Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Keeks, back with a brand new video. And today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Curse of Chucky, the sixth movie in the Chucky franchise.
It's a doll. What's the worst that can happen, huh?
Alright, so Curse of Chucky is the sixth movie in the Chucky franchise. It was released in 2013, just 9 years after Seed of Chucky, and was again directed by Don Mancini, who directed Seed and has also been the writer and basically the creator of the whole Chucky franchise as a whole. Um, Took a while for this movie to come out. When it was first announced, it was announced that it was going straight to DVD. And usually, when horror movies tend to start going like straight to video, it's kind of like means the studio. They know fans. They know the movie has a fan base. But when horror movies start going straight to video, it's usually a sign that the studio doesn't have much faith in it to do well in movie theaters anymore. But this movie is surprisingly good. It introduces Fiona Dourif, the daughter of Brad Dourif, the voice of Chucky, as Nika, um, young 25-year-old girl, paraplegic. She's in a wheelchair. She lives with her mother. Uh, they receive a very strange package.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
And after receiving that package, next morning, Nika's mom, Sarah, is dead. What's going on here? We don't know. But, well, I mean, we know. As Chucky fans, we know what's going on. So, Nika's sister, her husband, her daughter, uh, a priest, and the nanny of Nika's sister's, whose name is Barbara, or Barbie, if you want to call her that. Uh, in the film, she has a nanny and everything. They all come to support Nika and, get ready for the funeral and everything. And so Nika, being a very kind aunt, gives Chucky to her niece Alice, who immediately becomes attached to Alice. I'm sorry. Alice immediately becomes attached to Chucky. Chucky becomes attached to her in a different way, as we'll see later on. Um, so they decide to have dinner that night, and Nika decides to make some vegetarian chili, which Chucky decides to add his own little seasoning to it, if you will. Yeah, so be careful with vegetarian chili because it will kill you. So they all enjoy, a nice good meal when, the somebody gets the extra added. Rat poison. So the priest leaves and doesn't have a very good night after he leaves, but everyone else gets settled into bed, storming out. Don Mancini, I gotta say, he did a really good job. I said, like, in Seed, you can definitely tell it was his first time directing, but I really feel like he did, like, a better job with this one. I believe in interviews he said he wanted it to feel like sort of like a haunted house film, and it does have that vibe. We have, the blackouts, the light, the storm outside, and the house itself is just like it's just kind of creepy. Even like this could be a movie without Chucky, and like this house has a very creepy vibe. So they picked a really good house. Yeah, I don't know if it's something they built or if they just found it, but really creepy house. Definitely props to the set builders or location manager, whoever found this house. Props to them. Getting back into the movie, they're all set up for the night, and then we kind of learn that Barb and Jill, the nanny, have this secret relationship going on. This kind of leads to a scene where like Jill stays in a room with Alice, and she's like on webcam with Alice's mom. I'm like, that's kind of that's kind of a little too much for doing that in like the kids' room that you're looking after. But it's a bit of silliness, and then Chucky finally reveals himself. Uh, Kills Jill, shutting off the power to like basically everything by kicking over a bucket of water, and then they had outlets on the floor, like the outlets were built into the floor. I always thought that was kind of strange. Um, is that something that's common, like in upstairs rooms? Because like we don't have it upstairs here, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if outlets built in floors is something that's common in some areas. Because seeing Chucky like kick it over, I'll be like, yeah, that probably happens a lot. Um, but anyways, getting back into the movie, Nika, she's become very suspicious of to where the dog came from. So she's researching it. Uh, finds Charles Lee Ray pictures, who actually they already noticed. They were already seen before in some family home movies. Yes, before Charles possessed the doll and became the Chucky we all know and love. He was actually sort of like friends uh with Nika's mom and her husband at the time. Her husband ends up drowning in the river. Not exactly what happened, but you know. But yeah. So Chucky killed their dad. Kidnapped Nika's mom and stuff, held her hostage and everything. Um, and actually tried to kill her, stabbing her while she was pregnant with Nika, and that's how Nika became paraplegic and everything. So Barb finds out that you know, her husband Ian has put a nanny cam in the doll, and even accuses Nika of trying to ruin her life. Barb is one of those characters that I feel like in like maybe not the first movie so much, but since at least Child's Play 2, there's always like one character that Chucky kills that you're like, okay, you know what, they kind of deserve it. In Child's Play 2, it was Phil. Um, 3, it was what's the dude's name? Sheldon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's who it was. Um, Bride of Chucky. It was John Ritter's character. See, I guess you could say like the paparazzi. Um, um, some people might say Red Man, but like I don't think so. I think it was more like the paparazzi, because F the paparazzi. And Curse it's Cult. I mean Curse is Barb. I don't know. I was thinking of the doctor from Cult. In Cult it's the doctor, but in Curse it's Barb. You gotta she's uh such a horrible character. Basically tries to get like Nika to like sell the house because their mom left it to them. And she won't put Nika in like some kind of like living facility, you know. But it's all like you can tell it's all about money. Even the nanny has more of a heart. Jill has more of a heart than Barb here. Um, so Alex ends up missing. Of course, like we find out later, Chucky told her to hide. Um, so Barb goes searching for Alice, carrying Chucky around, and then she discovers something very, very horrifying. That's right, everybody. The killer this whole time was Chucky, disguised as Chucky. Oh my god. Yeah. So speaking about Chucky's design in this is one of the few movies where I really don't like Chucky's look, and Really it's just poster, especially in the first half of the show. He just looks so weird, like um, and just like after he takes all that stuff off, I know that that's probably why they gave him such a weird look because it's supposed to be him wearing makeup or whatever that stuff's called, latex or I don't know. But yeah, once he takes that off and we finally get like stitched up Chucky again, um, you know, a lot better. Just the Chucky we had in the beginning of the movie with all that stuff on his face just looked way too weird. Yeah. So Chucky, reveals himself to Nika and everything. She's freaking out. He's killed Barb. He's killed Jill. He's pretty much killed the priest, poisoning him with the right poison, right? Um, Nika, tries to get Ian to believe her. He's freaking out. He's checking video footage from the nanny cam. He put it, inside Chucky. Um, I guess for the most part, he just assumed that it was Alice walking around with him, but then he sees Chucky like locking Alice in a closet, and you know, kind of just have no questions. So then Chucky kills him, um, leaving him alone with Nika, and then so we find out, what happened in the past. Chucky, is basically here for revenge because he believes, at this time that it was Nika's mother that called the cops on him that led to him getting shot and going into the toy store and transferring his soul into the good guy doll. Well, after a little battle of insults there, the cops show up and they find Nika with all these like dead bodies and stuff, and of course, you know, hey, it's not like a doll did, right? Dolls don't come alive, right? So after trial, Nika gets sent to the insane asylum, which is going to lead us into our next and last movie, Cult of Chucky. All right. So this movie, I really enjoyed it. It'd been a while since Chucky came out, since we had a Chucky movie, like 9 years since Seed. So it was very surprising. I think most people thought like Chucky was one and done. Seed like didn't do that good. There's people who like it, like I said, but it wasn't really big with like the major fans of Chucky. It's a hit or miss. This one, I feel like in some ways it's also like a hit or miss. I think there's a lot of people who like it. Really love that they kind of try to go back to like the horror elements of Chucky and still keep some of the like some of the funny, of course, like Chucky, he's a little asshole. That's really where the comedy comes in at. Um, but the fact that they focus more on like the horror elements in this movie and keeping it balanced with the comedy, like Bride of Chucky, I think worked really well. So I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy it. It's one of those movies that like I can put on and just watch like straight through. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. This is going to be uploaded today on Halloween. And right now, I'm going to go watch Cult of Chucky, and then I'm going to do my review for that. And so you'll actually get like 2 videos, this one and a Cult of Chucky review later today. But anyway, guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. Love you guys. Have a nice day.